Today we're talking about the next god in SMITE. We literally just had a god release today. We had 2 god releases today in fact, but we already have a lot of information for the next god as a data mining came out today with a lot of the new info. Before we get into that, a quick thing on the side here. I'm going to do another giveaway in this video as we reached 1,100 likes on the last one where I did one. And this time it's going to be on my subreddit. So it's literally reddit.com/r/DukeSloth. This is so that people that don't have Twitter or Instagram can also participate from time to time. And the next one after that will be on Twitter again. And what I have done is the same as usual. I've hidden a god somewhere in the video, but this time comment in the thread on Reddit, which will be very obvious, and comment not only which god it is, but also what time of the video you can see this god. It's 1 try per person, and this time I'll be giving away another Odin Raven Warlock skin. So the next god that has been data mined is Olorun from the Yoruba Pantheon. And this was already speculated a long time ago by multiple people, but somebody had some very solid evidence. I want to go through that here. This was Multshiner on Reddit who pointed out that there are various hints in the god reveal video at the beginning of the year showing us this savanna with the stars falling down and telling us that the next god or this god will be higher than Mount Olympus. And the reasons that he brought up here was the video shows tall grass, thin trees with bushy treetops resembling umbrella thorn acacia, stars falling from the sky, and Ajax said it will feature a god well above the heights of Mount Olympus. So, the Orishas are spirits from the Yoruba religion from southeast Nigeria, and that is located in the northern part of the savannah, which features exactly points 1 and point 2 being the grass and the trees. So visually the theme that was shown there matches the pantheon. The main patron of that pantheon is Olorun, the great sky father, but more accurately, the ruler of heaven in the Yoruba culture. With Mount Olympus not being higher than heaven, this would also match. And when the other Orishas wanted power, so the deities of this pantheon, Orunmila, the Orisha of wisdom, rained their talents from the sky, letting the Orishas gain their powers by chance, and it would be fairer than giving them out personally. This explains the stars that we see falling down from the sky, so these are these talents that are given out, and that also again matches the pantheon. So it's pretty cool that somebody found out this early, and other people found out around the same time as well, from these hints. And we can use this information to figure out a little bit more about his kit maybe as well. In terms of his lore, he is the ruler of heavens, as we found out, and the supreme god or supreme being in the Yoruba Pantheon. And he's also called Olodumare, or however you say that. And humans do not worship him directly. There are no sacred areas of worship for him or anything. He is outlying, distant, and does not partake in human rituals. There are no shrines or sacrifices dedicated to him directly, although followers can send prayers in his direction. So he's a bit more obscure than many other gods that are directly worshipped. Apparently Olorun is a lot more vague in his entire ruling structure. There are videos explaining that a little bit more, but for Yoruba traditions there is no centralized authority, and therefore a lot of the mythology or a lot of the lore surrounding everything is a little less structured and is interpreted in different ways, and that also kind of changes Olorun's position a little bit. But now let's talk about the abilities that he has. So first of all, we have something that is not sorted into his abilities itself, it's just noted under others, and he has something in his kit that glows. This could potentially be these stars that we see falling down in the trailer. He is also being tested with some raw assets at the moment with a Sunstar skin, meaning that he will most likely be levitating above the ground, because usually they use a model that kind of fits the animation, though sometimes they just use floating animation because it's a little bit easier and looks less wonky as well. So we'll see if that actually turns out to stay that way, but as he is the god of the sky, there would be reason to believe that he will be floating in some way or another. His basic attack is a projectile, so it must be a ranged attack. His passive stacks somehow, and it works with skill number 2. His first skill is a projectile with a targeting ruler, so it has a visual line, but we don't know anything else about it. His second skill has a charged orb as an indicator, which again somehow works with a passive, and it has an orb projector. This could again be something with the stars here. Maybe he can launch the stars, but then again, I'm not quite sure if that one makes sense, as those are supposed to be positive things, unless he is more of a supporting character. But that also would be a little bit surprising, considering we just got a more supporting character with Horus. And skill number 3 is an area damage ability, an AoE, and it's a buff and a self buff. I'm not sure if this just loads the same things with 2 different wordings, or if these are actually something that buffs allies and then buffs himself. And skill number 4 is a deployable. From these information bits that we have here, we can't really tell much, but I think it's very exciting that we already have information for Olorun at this point. And I think it's relatively early in the cycle, because I think he's still a month away. Normally Horus is relatively careful with at least leaking gods' names, but in this case they decided against it and just went with it. As for his visual style, it's incredibly hard to tell what he will look like, as his depictions just range so much across the board. I suppose this is also due to the fact that his lore is kind of more open or differently interpreted, but there are so many different styles in which he is interpreted in more modern or less modern ways, and really there is no consistent theme. It's maybe like people would try and depict God in the Christian mythology. It's just everyone has their own idea, even though maybe there are some general themes, so we really can't say it's A or B or whatever here. And we know that Horus has often had very open interpretations with the Design of Gods as well, so I don't think this will be an exception of that. This is all the information that we have on Olorun so far. If you enjoyed this video so far, feel free to click the like button. If this video reaches 1,200 likes, then I will be giving away another skin, 2 videos after this one. And outside of that, we have some other data mining that we can also talk about. And one that's especially exciting to me is there are a ton of new skins, and you will see why that is exciting to me. So first, in the next part of the Battle of Olympus event, which will be basically for the second skin as far as I understand it, so the Horus skin, there will be a King Arthur skin, yet another one. I'm not sure why he's getting so many so quickly, but maybe it's because he's so popular. A Willish will get a new skin. I have no idea what direction that's going in. Bacchus will also get a skin, also probably because he's a lot more popular now. Poseidon will get another skin. Vamana, also because he's a lot more popular now. And Vulcan. I think this is a pretty cool mix of gods. I actually play at least like half of them regularly, and that's pretty cool in terms of making use of the other skins to get to the Horus skin. But then again, I don't even want the Horus skin, so I don't know if I'm going to get much of this. And then the next part of the event, also still Battle for Olympus, will have an Achilles skin, an Amusu Carp skin, a Daji skin, a Discordia skin, and it notes the Horus skin there, so I'm not quite sure how that works out. Maybe the other skins are actually still for the set skin, and these are the Horus skins, but it's gotta make sense somehow. So the next skin after that would have to be, the third skin of this event would have to be for Olorun. And outside of that, we also have an Athena skin. Once again, Athena skin 13. I don't know how many more she needs. We have a Bastet skin called Luminos. We have a Cerberus skin. We have a Hades skin that was actually already leaked accidentally on PTS. It's basically a human Snape-looking version of Hades. We have a Huyi skin. And we have a Hunbat skin. Heavenly Ruler, so apparently some sort of angelic skin. And I'm just super excited that we're actually finally getting a Hunbat skin. I am super hyped for that, and that's definitely the big deal of this patch for me. Then there's also a new Noah skin, who would have thought, Rightful Heir. And Zeus has a V3 version, a completely new skin that would use a new model as well. No idea what that is. But yeah, definitely a lot of skins coming up as well, and I just really look forward to the Hunbat skin. Outside of that, let me know how you guys feel about Olorun. If you're looking forward to him, if you're looking forward to a new Pantheon. I know a few of you have already talked about this, And yeah, there's also the new event that's still coming up. Apparently there are 2 different challenges that are being worked on right now, so we'll see what's up with that. But I know that, I think it was HireStew also tweeted about an event recently that they're testing internally, where they're not sure if they can actually release it, so maybe at least one of these is tied to them, because apparently the event is a little bit over the top crazy, which I would personally like. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, feel the sub button and maybe the bell, it really helps me out. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you for the next one tomorrow. DukeSloth out.